The audio in this episode is being recorded with the SYNCO D2 going straight into my TASCAM DR40. Tilder! What is this? This is the SYNCO D2 shotgun microphone. Cost about $250, made of brass so that it cuts down on radio interference. It's got very low self-noise. It's got a great flat frequency response. It requires phantom power as it does not have a AA battery slot. Do I recommend this? If you've been looking for your first shotgun microphone and you have a little extra cash to get some quality mics, then definitely yes.
Done. Roll that intro.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Too Long Didn't Read Filmmaker, where the answers comes first, the reasons come last, but we're constantly and always still learning. So today we're going to find out whether or not the SYNCO D2 shotgun microphone is going to be the right solution for you and your overall filmmaking kit. And I want to thank SYNCO for sending this out to me so I can provide you this review today. Now, before we get started, this is one of the first major shotgun microphones I own. I do have a $25 one that I bought in the very beginning of my filmmaking journey when I didn't know any better. And that thing has a seriously loud hiss. There's radio frequencies that you can hear, so it's really not worth comparing the two. Because honestly, the SYNCO, for its price point and how it compares to other microphones around this price range, it actually does quite well. So before we get started, here's all the nitty-gritty, how much it costs, and what's in the box. Now, the D2 is a hypercardioid pattern like most shotgun microphones are. So basically what that means is it's going to really focus a lot of its attention to the front of the microphone. The microphone is approximately 10 inches away from my mouth, just out of frame right here. And that way you can hear my voice nice and clean, and it's going straight into my TASCAM DR40. Now, this microphone is made out of brass, and what that's going to do is it's going to resist a lot of the radio frequency interferences you would get with certain very poorly made aluminum shotgun microphones, like my $25 one. That one basically acted as an antenna as far as I'm concerned. Now, the shotgun microphone in this specific environment might not actually do it justice. You're probably hearing some reverberance from this room because it's not sound treated. There's not a whole lot of stuff on the walls, so some of the reverb might be getting back to it. Where these shotgun microphones are going to do well is when you're outside like this. Okay, so this is literally the worst scenario I can be in. There's literally a highway right over there. And this is with a lavalier mic on, so you can see just how much sound it's picking up extra. Okay, so now I am using the shotgun microphone, and again, the highway's right back there, but you can hear just how this is rejecting the noise that's coming from the highway. As you can hear, it did a pretty good job at rejecting the noise that was around me. So I'm gonna steal this test from Curtis Judd, which I think he may or may not have stole from somebody else. Anyways, I'm gonna give you this noise rejection test. Now, I saw this test from other shotgun reviews, and I think it's an interesting one. It's kind of an off-axis vocal tone test. So what I mean by this is what it sounds like when I'm pretty much right in front of the mic, but if I move off to the side and am talking this way, does it change how my voice sounds? Or if I go off to this side, does it change the tone of my voice? And this is something that you probably want to think about, because if you're using it in a situation where you are going between two people, you want to see like how much leeway do you have before the vocal tone starts kind of turning into a different sound. So anyways, there's that. Okay, for this test, it's kind of like a distance test to see how sensitive this microphone actually is. I'm not going to change my TASCAM preamp at all, so you can see how my voice kind of dissipates as I move further away. Now, right now, I am 4 inches away from the microphone, so this is what it sounds like. I'm going to keep my voice approximately the same, and now I'm going to move another 4 inches away. This is 8 inches away from the head of the microphone, so that's what it sounds like. I'm going to move another 4. Now I am approximately 1 feet away from the opening of the mic, and as I keep going, And now I am moving even further. We are now 2 feet away from the microphone. You're probably, this might be about where you would be, maybe in a narrative film if there's a lot of headroom. But anyways, generally you're gonna probably try to get closer than this, but let's continue. And then let's finish this off at 36 inches. This is 3 feet away from the microphone. And again, I have not changed the preamp whatsoever. Again, I think this might be... Now, in terms of its signal to noise ratio, it's rating itself at 80 dB. So I'm gonna just shut up for a second so you can hear the noise floor. Now I am in a non-treated room, so with all the noise that's going on outside, it's pretty silent to me. Now, are there any cons with the D2? Not really, because some of the more expensive microphones don't even have this features, but I figured it's something that I should mention to you. So this microphone, the D2, you have to supply it with phantom power either from your recorder or your mixer. There is no slot for a AA battery, and there is no built-in lithium-ion battery for you to just basically power it on its own. So depending on your application, this could be a con for you, because for me, I'm definitely going to be using this as my YouTube mic for a while. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to buy a mixer because I don't want to do this whole dual audio thing that I'm doing right now. I'd rather have something go straight into my GH5, so I'm going to need something that supplies this thing phantom power to go into my GH5. And lastly, there is no onboard high pass or low cut filter. I believe those two terms are interchangeable. And this is, could be a con, could not even matter, because some recorders have a low cut filter, or you're just gonna have to do it in post. So what's the bottom line here? Is the SYNCO D2 a shotgun microphone you should be looking into? And I have to say yes, and I am basing this off of not only my own personal experience and what I'm hearing from this, from all these tests, but also tests from other reviewers that do have access to something like the Sennheiser 416, I believe it's called, and the Rode NTG3. Is there a difference between these microphones? Yes, I can hear it. But is it enough for me to say I need to spend $1,000 versus $250? No. I think at $250, the D2 provides a very, very good sound. It's good enough for narrative filmmaking. Obviously, I'm going to be using it as part of my YouTube setup. And if you do a lot of corporate interviews where you do have just a boom pole with a shotgun mic and the interviewees can just walk in, do the interview and walk out, this is going to do a really great job. Now, here's the other thing though. Should this be the first microphone you purchase, period? And I have to say, maybe not, because as a beginning filmmaker, I think you're going to be much better off getting a wireless solution. So whether that is the Rode Wireless Go or any of the plethora of wireless clip-on mics that I have reviewed in this channel, I think that's the better bet because it's very portable. You can hook it onto somebody and get really good audio. There's going to come a moment where you're going to say, man, I wish I had a shotgun mic, because a wireless lavalier mic, it picks up sound everywhere. As you heard in my test, outdoors, I was hearing that highway like you wouldn't believe, but with this shotgun microphone, I can negate that and you're not going to hear it as much. So there's going to be a moment in time in your filmmaking career where you're going to want a shotgun mic, and at that point in time, I would say highly consider the SYNCO D2. And hey, that is it for this week, everybody. If this video has made all the influence in your purchasing decisions, I would truly appreciate it if you check out my Amazon affiliate links down below. Again, this costs nothing extra to you. It just gives me a little compensation so I can continue making videos like this for you. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave it down below. I will get to them as fast as I can. And until then, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next one.